Hello, everyone. Thank you, Dr. Amara, for introducing me. I will be your host today. We're going to speak about the AI features integrated in Smartee. So let's share the slides. Okay. So everyone, please, if you can hear me, just let me know. Am I
Yes,
audible?
doctor. Yes,
Okay.
doctor. Your voice is very
Okay.
clear.
And everybody can see the screen?
Yes, doctor.
Great, great. Okay, so today we're gonna talk about the Smarty system, an interactive exploration of its advanced features. So, as we know, Smarty has been always a leading company in the terms of AI and the terms of innovative. So today we're gonna explore the features integrated in the Smarty system so you can use it in day-to-day clinical life. So today we're going to talk about the Smarty features, the digital tools, which is the Life 3D, the Life Update, the Outcome Evaluator, and the Health Report, and also the SIF analysis. First of all, we're going to talk about the Life 3D. I'm going to show you step by step how to do the Life 3D animation. Let's go ahead and see it on the system. So basically, when you go to the main screen of your profile, you're gonna go ahead and start a new patient. After that, we're gonna fill the basic information, which is firstly the patient name, which is demo 2, and then you choose the gender, and we choose the dentition, which is permanent dentition, primary dentition, or the mixed dentition. And then we choose the date of birth, and we choose which clinic you are working at. If you are working in multiple clinics, you can choose the clinic you are working at. Then you go ahead and press next. And then in this page, you're gonna choose the product series you want to use. For example, you have the Smarty GE, the Smarty Alpha, the Smarty GS, and you have for kids, you have teen and kinder. And we have also the Smarties SA, which is for the sleep apnea. Let's go ahead and choose GE Express. And then in this page, you have to fill all the required photos, intraorally, extraorally, and the X-rays required to process with the treatment. So we're gonna go ahead and press click to upload. And then we go to where the pictures is. One life case. Yeah. And then we're going to cases and the data. Let's see this patient. We're gonna go and select all the pictures needed for this case. You can choose it like in whole, and then you can wait for a little bit for the pictures to upload. And then after that, you can click the AI organization, which is a very nice tool. It's gonna organize which pictures coordinated with which view, and it will arrange them accordingly. Just give it a second. As you see, it filled all the pictures in its place. So we have a missing one here. So you're gonna put this one instead, just to show you how things go. So here we uploaded the pano and the SEF and all the intraoral pictures and the photos of the patient, the profile and the side profile and the frontal smiling. So after that, we're gonna press next. And then this is the prescription. You have two options. You have the options of the filled version, and you have the option of simplified version. So this time we're gonna go with the simplified one. It's gonna be faster for us to fill. One important things to see here, the red color here on the side of the number, it means it's required. But if it's in black, it's optional. You can choose it, you can fill it, and you have the option to not do anything with it. We're gonna treat both arches, and in the sagittal relationship, I'm gonna go and choose maintain. And the midline, let's decide after the 3D simulation. And the spacing, you can choose either decide after 3D simulation, or you can choose retract, whatever procedure you want to use for the spacing. If you want to keep spacing, if you want to do something else, you can choose it here. The crowding, this is how you know how to solve the crowding. You can choose decide after 3D simulation, or you can decide 3D simulation to accept extractions, or you can resolve crowding, and then they're gonna ask you how you're gonna resolve this crowding. For example, you're gonna go ahead and choose expansion primarily, or optional, or none. I'm gonna choose optional for the expansion. I'm gonna choose optional for proclamation. I'm gonna go ahead to solve the crowding with primarily IPRs. I usually like to do the IPRs on the anterior teeth primarily. For me, I don't like to do IPRs on the posterior unless it's necessary. And for the distalization, you can use upper right or upper left. And also for the lower, the same steps, we're gonna choose optional, optional. And then for the IPRs, we're gonna choose primarily and primarily for the anterior teeth. For the extraction, if it's the case is non-extraction, you're gonna go ahead and choose non-extraction. If you're gonna use TATs, you're gonna press yes. If not, press no. And then to the next page. Here's most important thing. We're gonna upload the STL files. If you have the STL files on your device, you're gonna choose it from upload the local files. If you have one of these scanners and it's linked to the Smartee account, you can upload it directly through this. Every scanner has its own setup manual how to link it with Smartee. And then we're gonna choose to upload the local file as we have it already. You're gonna go to where the file is, and you're gonna choose the STL file. Just a second. Yeah, and here I'm gonna choose which one, the mandible and the maxilla. This one. And then you choose the mandible, which is the lower. You don't have to upload the bite as those files have already the information of the bite. As you see here, byte registration is required when scanning. However, the byte registration STL file doesn't need to be submitted separately, as the byte registration data is including in the upper and the lower STL file. After that, if you go down, if the case have some traditional orthodontics or retainers, you can choose yes. If not, go to the next option, which is the most important one for us today. We're gonna use the 3D to get an AI treatment plan within 10 minutes. You're gonna go ahead and choose yes. It's gonna ask you, the animation is generated by AI. If you want to modify, please click modify or submit your modifications comments to us, which is the next step we're gonna talk about, which is the live update. Now, the AI gonna do some analysis for the frontal smile and the midline detection. You can see he finished already the smile detection, and the midline detection has been successfully detected. The black ones are optional. If you want to fill it, you can. If you don't want, it's okay also. None, none. Tooth movement restriction, none. Tooth available for attachment. If you have some teeth you don't want to put attachment on it, you can specify it here. I'm gonna choose those two. The midline, you can decide after the 3D simulation if you want to maintain it. You can choose if you want to improve it also, and if you want to accept the AI midline suggestion. I'm gonna go ahead with the decide after 3D simulation. The spacing, also, as we said before, it's almost the same as before. And the crowding, it can show you the same prescription you filled before. And extraction, the case is non-extraction, as we said. You're gonna hit and submit. It's gonna show you the AI prescription is used for AI animation. Would you like to apply it to the case prescription? We're gonna go ahead and choose yes. You're gonna wait for a while, and then we can see the case is already submitted. You can see the picture of the patient, the product series on the right side, the patient number, and also you can see here the animation is being generated automatically by AI. It's expected to be completed in 20 to 30 minutes. Please be patient. Usually it takes more like 10 minutes to 20 minutes if the case is not that difficult, not that complicated. So I already prepared one for you guys to see it, this patient. When the animation is ready, you can see that the animation is ready with the logo of AI on the side. It means this animation has been done by AI. You're gonna go ahead and open the animation. When you open the Smartee check page, you're gonna see the animation here. You have the option if you don't like the theme, you can choose it from here on the right side, change the theme to dark theme. For me, I prefer the dark theme always. So you can see that the animation have been generated successfully, and you can see it's 53 stages, and the IPR have been planned, attachment planned, and also the movement have been planned nicely.
So that's amazing, doctor, to be honest. So like in minutes, we can get the 3D design instead of, I mean, waiting sometimes and due to, sometimes the patients, they are very hurry.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Exactly. Some
yeah, no,
patients are like in a rush. They want to see the animation as soon as possible and they want to get the animation approved so the
yeah.
aligners will arrive very quickly.
Yeah, actually, it's a, like a kind of marketing point. So the patient, he will take the decision while he's in the visit in the clinic. Then he will decide to do the aligner at that moment. So instead of
Exactly.
going shopping outside, also.
Yeah. And he can also like submit modifications. That's what we're gonna talk about in the next step. He have the option to modify it along with the doctor. Together they can modify the animation and they can decide if it's good for him. He can approve it directly, and the aligners will be shipped as soon as possible. So after that, you can see the AI animation optimization is here, and you have the option to comment here, or we're gonna go ahead and see the next step in our. Okay, and here. So the Live 3D, it transformed the procedure of days into minutes. So instead of waiting for days, in a matter of 10 minutes to 20 minutes, you're gonna get the animation ready and the patient can review it. While after, for example, he'll have some coffee in the waiting room and then he can come back and check the animation. So most of the cases, most of the cases, uh, the animation can be approved within 120 minutes. You can complete the entire design to confirmation workflow in under 1 hour. What's the key benefits here? So you can reduce the waiting time of the patient, and also you can approve the AI design, modify it yourself, or send it to the expert design team if you want. Also, the combination of live 3D and the live update can create fluid, ultra efficient digital workflow, which is the next step. We're going to talk about it. This is like an overview of the live 3D. You're going to submit the case. You're going to get your animation driven by AI, and you're going to approve the case no more than 30 minutes. So, the live update, which is the second tool we're going to talk about today, which is I'm going to show you how to do it on the case we already generated the AI design for. So going back to the Smartee check, you can see here the design. But for example, some doctors will say, no, I want to do some rotation. I want to do some torquing. I want to remove the attachment from this tooth. I want to increase the IPR, whatever you want. So from the Smartee check page, you're gonna go ahead and click modify on the right side, which says the current animation. After pressing the modify, it's gonna load the controls, which you can control the case and do the modifications that you want. You can give it a little bit of time and it's gonna load. So, okay, here we go. So in this case, you can see the attachments, you can see the IPRs, you can see all the controls you can change. Here you can unlock the IPR if you want to change it, increase it, decrease it, choose the stage you want to do the IPR in, or if you want to split it on stages, also it's available. Let's go ahead and change the amount to 0.5, for example, just to show. Increase it. Okay. 0.5. It's not changing. Just a second. Okay. For example, we can press here and press IPR and then do 0.5 IPR, 0.3. Mm. The arch here, and you have the tooth and you have the attachment area. For example, in the arch area, you can do the horizontal jump, vertical jump, or the sagittal jump. In the tooth area, you can choose either if you want to do extrusion, intrusion, or translation, mesial distal, rotation, rotation mesial, or the crown angulation, or the root torque. So let's take an example. For example, this tooth, you're gonna click first on the tooth, it's gonna open all the controls here. If you want to do some intrusion, you're gonna do it like this. Extrusion, the same. Let's say if I want to do intrusion on this tooth, right? I'm gonna do some intrusion, but I'm gonna use something to help with the intrusion. So I'm gonna put an attachment on it. So you have the option to do, just a second. For example, you can choose this attachment and then just put it on the surface of the tooth. Then you can also change the attachment size if you want to make it bigger or smaller. You can wider or smaller on the width. And if you want to remove the attachment, put it up, also down, and choose the stages where you want to put the attachment or to apply the attachment. Let's say the attachment, we put it here, right? You're going to go ahead on the right side. You have the option to either submit or use the live update, the one we are talking about. So you're going to go ahead, press the button here. The animation will be generated based on the current modifications and can be approved directly after generation. Let's go ahead and press yes. And within 3 minutes, usually it doesn't take 3 minutes. It's gonna be ready in less time. You're gonna wait for a while and see. It's gonna give you a whole new animation with the whole new animation number, with the new design and the modifications we done. So you can see here the design stage is 3 and the AI 3D animation. And if you press play, you're gonna see that the attachment that we added has been applied on the tooth. So one of the new updates happened to the live update. I'm gonna go back to the PPT. For stage limited GE Mini Light Express, it has been applied. For single tooth movement, the limit increased from 1 millimeters to 2 millimeters. So you can move the tooth up to 2 millimeters. And the rotation limits up to 10 degrees, which is pretty good if you want to do some fast modification and you don't want to wait for the technician to give you back the new animations after your small modifications. That doesn't take a lot of time. So the next tool we're going to talk about, which is the outcome evaluator, which is a pretty good marketing tool and also a tracking tool you can use to see if the patient is, for example, wearing his aligner properly, or if the movement you planned is not tracking, or the movement you planned is already tracking, so you are on the right path to the correct movement. So you can see here, it's coming like this. I'm going to show you step by step how to get this outcome evaluator. So we're going to go ahead also to the same account. I'm going to go ahead and choose the patient you want, do the outcome evaluator for him. From the patient main page, you're going to go down to the right side to the assistant tools. You can see the button of outcome evaluator. So firstly, let's go to this patient and see. Just a second. I'm going to choose the patient. Okay. The outcome evaluator, you're going to go ahead and upload a local file. You're going to choose the file, the STL file of the current situation. It's going to compare it to the latest approved animation before. So you're going to choose the animation or the STL file. I'm going to choose the upper, and then you're going to upload the lower. Okay. And after that, you're going to press the submit. After submitting, it's going to show you the result here. Usually it's going to take 15 to 30 minutes based on the amount of the STL file and also the amount of movement on the teeth. So after that, you're going to see the page here. You're going to see the treatment plan initially and the current stage of dentition and the movement completion ratio. For example, it's going to show 72.62, which is the amount of movement happened. On the right side here, you're going to see the chromat. It's very important to see this one because it's going to show you by color how much of the amount happened. For example, if it's green, it means your movements are happening and it's tracking very good. If it's in red, it means it's gonna be deviated for like from the initial planned movement. And if it's green also, sorry, it's blue, it's going to show also the deviation in minus, how further the deviation happened from the initial movement planned initially. And also there is a movement table and down, and you can play and to see the steps of the movement based on the completion ratio. So let's go ahead and see if it's already done. It's gonna take a while. So the next tool we're gonna talk about, or sorry, the outcome evaluator. This is what we talked about, the colors. You can see those colors have different meanings. You can look at the color bar on the right side. When it's green color, it means the tooth movement is tracked. When it comes to red or blue, the darker the color, the more deviations from the treatment plan. They're also the different amounts. You can see the amount and the color shows on the animation itself. The next tool we're going to talk about today is the health report. It's a pretty good and amazing tool to use. I personally love it so much. I print it out and give it to the patient, and they love it. They can go ahead and discuss it with their parents, with their partners, and see everything that's happening in their mouth. Maybe sometimes some of the patients are not convinced, but after you show them this and you show them in details how the case is, they're gonna be very happy and they're gonna be very excited to start the treatment. I'm gonna show you how to do that. We'll go ahead to the patient page. Okay, here the active parameter is ready already. I'm gonna review it together. After that, we're gonna go to the report. So you see the patient is analyzing the data. You can see the animation of the patient. It's gonna take a while to load. Okay, so it's already done. Can I choose which stage you want to compare? Let's press 20. And then it's gonna calculate the data. Here you go. It's gonna take a while to load the colors and the data available. Here you have the option. Okay. For example, it shows like 67.4. I just choose a random STL file just for the reference for you to see the amount of movement and see how the tools is working. Let's go ahead and press the chromat. And here we can see the colors. For example, if it's green, this means it's tracking well. Red, not tracking, deviated from the initial planned. Also, the blue one is the same. I just done it for the reference so you can see how it's working. And now let's go ahead to the other patient. And here on this page, you're gonna go ahead and press oral health report. And then you can choose new report. And then you can fill the information. For example, because I already submitted the case, I cannot choose the case, but you can choose the case stage, if it's initial, if refinements. And here the picture is already uploaded, so you don't have to upload it again. After that, when you submit it, you can see the results here, the ID, the case stage, the submission date, and you can view it from this button. And it's gonna open a full detailed PDF file with all the information of the patient and all the analysis needed for this patient. You can see here the name of the patient, oral health report, time of the report, and then the next page is gonna show you name of the patient also, the oral health score, 81, how the health is. It's like in a good situation, pass or attention, or it's healthy. Number of the tooth, and also here showing the picture of the patient, the age, the clinical or the clinic, the name of the clinic or the hospital, the chief complaint of the patient, examination date, and all the data used. You can see here the catalog, you can see all the pages, and then here the problem summary, which is malocclusion. You can see the lower teeth are deviated to the right in relation to the upper teeth. The fillings, impacted teeth, wedge shape defects, deviated midline, nasolabial angle, upper lip protrusion, and chin protrusion. This is all the problem list in this case. You can see the panoramic X-ray analysis is gonna show you the maxillary sinus and the condyles, the teeth, which has red color, it's impacted, or it has some kind of problem, and the mandible nerve. And you can see here, for example, number
Doctor,
11. Yes, can you hear me?
actually, yes, actually, you are opening the oral hygiene report.
Yeah. Yes, yes,
Uh,
I am. It's not showing.
no, it's not showing.
Okay, just a second. I'm so sorry about
Yeah,
that.
it's okay.
Yeah, so sorry about that. I'll go back and start from the beginning. So the oral health report is gonna open like that. And you can see the name of the patient, oral health report, and the dates which have been processed. In the first page, you can see the name of the patient, the oral health score, and the number of the tooth, and the name of the patient, the medical institution or the clinic, and the chief complaint of the patient if it's mentioned in the page, date of the examination, and also the data used to process this report. Here, the catalog is going to show you everything inside this report. And then we have the page of the problem summary. It's going to list all the problems have been detected by AI inside the patient's mouth or extraorally. So you can see here, lower teeth are deviated to the right in relation to the upper teeth. The fillings, impacted teeth, wedge shape defects, deviated midline, nasolabial angle, upper lip protrusion, chin protrusion. In the next page, you can see the panoramic X-ray analysis. You can see it's marking some landmarks on the panoramic X-ray. You can see the maxillary sinus, the condyles, the teeth marked for several things, or the teeth marked with red color. It has some kind of problem or detected some kind of problem. The problem in the teeth, you can see, for example, number 11 have fillings. Number 18 is impacted. 26 is have fillings. 28 impacted. 34 have wedge shape defects, and so on. So you can see it has been detected by AI. It's showing all the problem. This is for your reference. It's gonna show you each color is pointing to what area. You can see it's also pointing the problems on the original. For example, this is the original picture and the analyzed picture, and it's marking that this tooth has some kind of problem. Also on the occlusal surfaces, and also showing the lower and the right side and the left side. You can see the dental disease screening. You can see the deviation of the midline, the amount, the overbite, the overjet, the molar occlusal relationship, the canine occlusal relationship. And also you can see the filling on the panoramic X-ray. You can see some kind of decalcification on number 12. And you can see some pigmentation, which is suspected to be a caries, which can be confirmed by clinical examination. 15 as well. In the 17, you can see also there is some kind of abnormal coloring. You can see 18 is impacted and it show you the part of the panoramic X-ray was showing tooth number 18. And so on, the same pigmentations, fillings impacted. You can see the crowding. You can see that if there is some kind of tooth wear, it's going to show you in the picture. And the crowding, and you can see the wedge shape defect. It's the same things here for all the teeth. And the next one is the lateral cephalometric analysis. It's going to show you a full detailed cephalometric analysis with all the landmarks placed automatically by AI. And it's going to show you all the analysis of the cephalometric X-ray. You can see all the standard amounts and the results, and also the explanations of the if it has some kind of deviation, if it's not within the standard numbers, you can see it here. For example, this one is going to show you the upper lip is protrusive before E-line. And also you have the option if your patient is growing and you want to interfere with the functional appliances, you want to do some kind of mandibular advancement with the aligners, you can see here if he is on the same age spurt or growth spurt, and you want to show it to the patient and check if he's in the correct place to start the interference. You can see the lateral cephalometric analysis and can show you which CBM stage he is. For example, he's showing that the peak times here between CVS, the CS3 and CS4. And for this patient he's already passed because she's an adult. And also it's gonna show us the lateral cephalometric analysis of the airway. It's gonna show us the airway analysis if there is a constriction in the airway space. If not, it's gonna show here also. And it's gonna give you some kind of knowledge based about the airway. And it's gonna show us also. Can you mute the mic, please? And you can see the frontal smile analysis. Dr. Sarah, can you mute this user, please?
Yes, doctor.
Okay. You can see the midline deviates to the right, and this is the analysis of the midline while smiling, the buccal corridors, and the midline analysis, which shows it can be deviated to the right. Here, the frontal, also the lip deviation. If there is a lip deviation, chin deviation is gonna detect that by AI, and also gonna show you the golden ratio of the face, the asymmetry of the face, and the lip shape. And it's gonna show you also the side profile analysis, side profile ratio, the nose, the lips, and the chin from the side view. And it's gonna go ahead, show us one of the most important things for you as a marketing tool for the patient. Most of the patient, doc, I want to see my teeth after. How's it gonna look? Here you go. Before, after. And I'm sure 100% the patient will be very happy and he will say, okay, doc, I'm excited. Let's start this. Right? So, and this is the visual treatment objective. If there is some kind of extraction or retraction of the upper teeth or the lower teeth, and for example, the patient has have protrusion in the upper or have some kind of class 3, the reverse overjet, and it's showing on his face. It's gonna show you a simulation how the face will look like. And here's some kind of popular knowledge. It's gonna show you some information about the impacted tooth and the impact of oral hygiene on the general health and the mental health. It's gonna show you Like it's general information for the patient mainly, not for the doctor. And it's showing a disclaimer that this is an AI generated report. Pretty amazing, right? Let's go ahead to the PPT. Okay.
Doctor?
So the next, yes, yes.
Yes, actually, just like seconds. Some doctor he's asking regarding how we can export the oral hygiene report. Can you just show
Okay.
us how we can export
Yeah,
it
sure. Actually, it's gonna
and send
download
it
as a
to patient?
PDF
Yeah.
file.
Yes.
Yeah. I'll share the screen. When you click on this button, it's gonna open a new page here, and it's gonna show you the PDF file itself. So you can just download the file from this button, and it's gonna be saved in your device. After that, you can print it out and give it to the patient. Hope that's clear.
Yes, doctor.
And then, yeah. And then the next tool we're gonna use today, a lot of doctors asking me about it, is the SIF. The SIF tool is gonna give us a SIF analysis, an airway analysis, a bone age analysis, and VTO. Those are included in the reports before, but some doctors are doing it for them for their like reference. So, firstly, when you are submitting a case, you can press a button on the lateral cephalo. Is going to link directly to the SIF. If not, if you want to do just a case you have, or just in the middle of the treatment, you want to do some analysis, you can go ahead and start this one. I'm going to show you step by step how to achieve that. For example, let's go to our lovely patient. From the main page of the patient, you're going to choose the digital tools here, and you're going to choose the SIF. It's going to open a new page, and you have to upload the SIF X-rays. Just let's find our patient. Okay, here's the SIF. You can just upload it, wait for a while, press on the SIF, and then confirm. It's gonna show up here, and you're gonna go to the right side to enable automatic measurements. You're gonna wait for a while. It's gonna analyze by AI, and it's gonna find all the landmarks on your SIF. It's pretty important for the SIF to be clear so the AI can detect all the landmarks. You can choose the magnification that you are using for for example, it's 5, 10, 15 in the SIF. And then here you can choose the analysis you want. Smartee analysis, airway analysis, mandibular body analysis, or tweed analysis, and also Reckitt analysis. There gonna be more analysis soon to be added. You can see all the measurements here and the results of the patients, and also the explanation of each measurement. For example, here, a tendency to class 1 malocclusion, a slope between the mandible and the skull. For example, if you see the FMA, low angle, you can see here. Also, let's see something else. The UA, which is a new analysis they added already, and the FIMA. And if you go here on the left side and go down, you can see the bone age analysis. Also, you can press or click here and choose the SIF that we already uploaded, and it's gonna analyze the bone age. If you have some patient you want to start a functional, you're not sure by looking what stage they are, what CBM stage they are, you can upload it here and see exactly which stage they are. And we have the superimposition, which you can upload two SIFs, and it's gonna show you the superimposed SIF for the patient. I'm gonna show you the refinement. Let's choose another one, just for the reference, any SIF you want, just to show you how it's working. Then confirm. It's gonna superimpose both SIFs, and you can see the changes in the amount in each angle based on your results. For example, you started the treatment, you finished the treatment. You want to see how much the amount of retraction happened, how much the SNA have improved. You can choose it by here. And then the last one is the VTO, which is show, you can choose the SIF here and then choose the side profile of the patient. Let us show you that. The side profile of the patient is more important not to cover the eyes while doing that, because it's not gonna give you correct results. The virtual treatment objective is gonna show you if you want to do some kind of virtual treatment for these pictures. You can, for example, procline the teeth, retrocline the teeth, and see how it's going to happen. First, you choose the ruler of the SIF, so it's gonna give you a good measurement while doing it. And then the occlusal plane, you can adjust the occlusal plane if you feel it's not correct. And see horizontally the angle of the occlusal plane, vertically, if you want to change it, then confirm. Then after that, the upper incisors. If you go ahead and procline them or retrocline them usually for the after treatment simulation, the angle of it, and vertically, and the lower incisor as well, if you want to retract them, the angle. And for the maxilla position, you can change it, forwarding or protracting. Let's go ahead and retract it a little bit, just to show you how it's going. Then confirm. It's gonna start analyzing. And you can see the side comparison before and after of the patient. If there's a huge difference, it's gonna show here. But for example, this is an alignment case, so no change on the profile will happen. And also you can see side by side the amount of changes. Okay, so let's go back to the presentation. So this is basically what we are talking about: the analysis, the lateral cephaloanalysis, the bone age, the superimposition, and the virtual treatment objective. This is the place I told you about. When you're submitting a case or a refinement case, you can just link all the pictures and the SIFs from here, and it's gonna link automatically to the SIF, and it will open a new page, and you can see the SIF analysis directly. Thank you, everybody, for attending today. I'm happy to receive any questions. Please, if you have any questions, please go ahead and ask.
Doctor, thank you so much for this very informative things. Actually, Smarty always they have new things to show.
Yeah,
So and the new updates as well. And thank you so much, Doctor. Like you personally, you are very like first line in the medical advisor for Smarty. Always
thank you so much.
be there. Actually, there is one question from one doctor here.
Yeah,
He's asking actually smart question as well. He's
yes,
asking
please.
if lateral cephalometric it's not available. Can I uh,
Mhm.
can I instead use the sagittal view of the extended CBCT in the order to use Smartee analysis?
Usually, the CBCTs has the option to export a SIF, a digital 3D SIF. So if you can export it, that's fine. But usually the CBCT is not available to be analyzed by the SIF option here. So usually we need a lateral cephalometric X-ray, STD1, not the CBCT. So
Okay, doctor. Actually, maybe doctor, he will hear the answer. Okay.
yeah,
Please,
I hopefully
doctors,
will.
if you have any question, to be honest, doctor, he has put direct to the point, actually, for the most frequent questions. Um, so, is there
Yeah,
any question, doctors?
you are so welcome to ask. Don't be shy. You can write it down. So if
Okay,
there's no
doctor.
more questions,
Yeah, so far there is no
thank you
questions.
so everybody for attending today. I'm really honored to be speaking with you today in this lecture. Hopefully to see you in next lectures. This is my QR code. If anyone want to reach out, I'm happy. And have a safe journey with Smartee.
Thank you so much, doctor. See you soon,
Yeah.
inshallah. Bye bye.
So see you everybody. Thank you for attending.
Bye.